Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I'm Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Drew Estate Studio. With me today is Jiunn and John McTavish. How you guys doing?
Not bad.
Good, man. Thanks for all the people that have been leaving comments on our YouTube channel. I find them
Yeah,
highly
especially
entertaining.
hating on me. Fuck you.
Great start. Great start to the video. All right. So today we are talking about the Warped Maestro Del Tiempo 6102R, the 2020 version. This cigar is Robusto-ish, 5 1/4 by 48. Comes out of the Tabsa factory in Nicaragua. Wrapper is Nicaraguan Corojo 99. Binder is Nicaraguan Condega. Filler is Nicaraguan Criollo 98 and Corojo 99. Blended by Kyle Gallus. Price point is $12.50, and the cigar was released in December of 2020.
And just sort of hop in there. I read or I understand this is supposed to have Medio Tiempo in it as well. Where
That's how
previous,
to distinguish it between the other Maestro del Tiempos.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, sorry, I just wanted to get that.
No problem. All right, June. Take us through your overall experience with the cigar.
Yeah. I'm very excited to smoke this. When Kyle released the first one in
2016, I think.
2016, I thought it was amazing. And when I smoked that one, I was really bummed to not be able to find any to buy. And there was just, I mean, they sell really quick. Like people caught on really fast. But so really excited to smoke this one in this version. But this is one of those cigars I feel like maybe it's not quite ready to smoke. When I first lit it up and that within that first third or so, it does have a lot of that like Aganorsa Corojo kind of a profile, right? It's like it's naturally sweet, it's bready, it's got really nice accented spice to it, very like Aganorsa Corojo, right? But even with that said, from the onset, there's still a bit of this tinny, like metallic, like a sharpness to the profile. And then, I kind of suspected as the cigar went through, it was just going to build on that due to kind of like perhaps the youngness of the cigar. And it totally did that, except that it did it like a little too much. By the last third of it, I was like, man, I thought I was just smoking some like freaking metal. So very disgusting by the time it got to the last third.
Don't mince words.
All right, John, what were your thoughts?
I got a little bit of what June's talking about with the metallic. I had that down as tannic cedar, so kind of like that bitter, astringent quality you get out of some wood, like if wine has gone funky. But I actually thought this was good, and I agree. I think this, and no disrespect to Aganorsa, but 2020 I was not digging a lot of the Aganorsa releases that came out of 2020, and it was really disappointing because for me, this in past years has been kind of an auto ship, auto buy type cigar slash company for me. So like June, I mean the 2016 release was just like, I was like, oh my God, I didn't know cigars could taste like this. And not because it tasted necessarily anything better than anything on the market, but it offered a combination of flavors that I just hadn't gotten out of anybody else. So I agree with June when he talks about the kind of signature Corojo, because yeah, right away this is Aganorsa, like that creamy baking spice bread combination that has an underlying baking sweetness, and it's not cloying. It's just it's like a baked good. It's like a sugar cookie or something like that. And there was some chocolate and some light pepper. So for me, first third and second third very similar, and very warped Maestro del Tiempo, although again not really to the same level as the original. And then that last third really kind of fell flat. It was pleasant. It had baking spices and graham cracker, but it really lacked that complexity that you kind of come to expect out of an Aganorsa type tobacco blend. Weirdly, I had some burn issues, which seems to be the theme of like the last 9 months, and so I don't know what's going on, but it was burning like a champ, and then all of a sudden just kind of canoed, and then it went out, and then it canoed again. I was like, man, I don't know what's going on here. But the draw was perfect, so I don't know where it came from. My review humidor sits at like 65% all the time, so I have no explanation. Aaron?
Yeah, I thought the cigar had a nice start. It had an enjoyable combination of flavors. But in the second, third, things dropped a bit as the floral and the black pepper notes kind of lightened up. And then the final third saw another drop as the light flavor components dropped out and the toast level increased and ultimately turned to char. I wasn't that big of a fan of the original, so I'm kind of coming at it from a different angle than Jiunn and John are. But I knew a lot of, you guys were a big fan of it. Tons of other people loved it. So, it was interesting to see what this kind of revision was going to be like. But, it started well, just kind of degraded as it went along. And that might have been due to the burn issues I experienced. Very similar to John. The cigar was, slightly wavy through the first half of the cigar. And the second half of the cigar went out twice. So I'm sure the relights didn't, help the cigar at all. But I'm just going to chalk it up to this cigar isn't for me, either version, just not a fit for me. But if you're a fan of the original, I think you have to try it. It's the price point's not at a line that you shouldn't get. At least give one a try to see what you think.
What's the price point again?
$12.50. And if it lives up to any of your expectations of what the first one was, then good for you. If not, just have fond memories of how the original was. So. Getting into the scores, going to start at the top with John at 6.52. Seth, who wasn't able to join us, gave it a 6.20. Jiunn gave it a 5.50. I gave it a 5.45. So, John, how'd that 6.52 match up for you?
That's good. I was kind of a little concerned going in that my score was going to be up in the higher sixes, and I was going to be like, but 6.52 matches up really well. It's a shame that the burn wasn't better. I'm sure it probably held the flavor profile back, but it's good. It's just, again, it's that natural comparison to the original, where the original was like in the upper sevens, low eights. I mean, that was just a friggin' phenomenal cigar. So, fell a little short, but still good in its own right.
All right, Jiunn, 5.50.
Man, I'm starting these 2021 reviews like the way you typically review cigars, Aaron. Jeez.
Yes.
And
I'm having to battle you for being the bottom.
Yeah, like this is very low for me. I'm typically used to you saying like, "Oh, you gave it a 6.2,
Yep.
Jude. What do you think?" I'm like, "Yep, sounds about right." But nope.
At this rate, you're going to be done cigar smoking by May.
Yeah, I'm just at this point I'm going to start reviewing the first third and just write an A for the second or last third. Anyways, back to the cigar. It's an average cigar.
Yeah, my 5.45 matches up well. I mean, overall was an average flavor profile. Good first third, average second, subpar third. So just averages out to average. Had the same burn issues John had, so that kind of gets it down to those mid 5 levels. I think this scored pretty close to how I scored the first one. So don't take my experiences for the guys that loved it that I'm a good measurement for how they should follow up with the second one. Go with split John and Jiunn in half, I guess, and kind of take an average of that or something. So
these are still around, I think.
The 2020s version?
I think so.
Yeah, I think they are.
Yeah.
I think that they'll be around for a while. So
yeah.
I would guess that there's probably a higher run this time around, but that just might be me. Any final thoughts from you guys on this one?
Read my overall comments because I don't know if it's good. I don't know what I wrote, but
it's probably not as good as the Caldwell. I don't think it's as good as the Caldwell. I think you're good for maybe one great write up every month or something like that.
What is that? I'm like Fulton.
That's right. No, actually, you got some good comments in there. It's all right.
Sometimes I get in such a rut that if I go through a bunch of cigars and I'm like, man, this is not good. This is not good. Average. Initially, I'm like, try to be nice, right? And then after I'm like, fuck it. Tell the truth.
Yeah, low scoring cigars bring out the best in your writing, I think.
Yeah.
So
not average, low scoring cigars.
Yeah, low scoring.
Yeah.
This is not your average. This is below your average. So.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. All right. If you're just catching this video on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to us. But also check out the full written review on the website, developmentpalace.com. Follow us on the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts. So iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We will catch you on the next one.